Good morning and welcome to the 2026 Palm Beach International Boat Show. I'm Mike Porter with East Coast Yacht Sales. Going to show you guys around the two newest Axopar 38s that we have here on display and focus a little bit on some of the new optionality on these boats. If you've ever built an Axopar out or own an Axopar that you bought brokerage, there's a couple different things that you can do now that you didn't used to be able to do in terms of choices from the factory. So let's take a look at these boats. All right, we'll start here on the dock to take a look at the profile of the 38s we have here in the water at Palm Beach. This one is the wet bar 38. A few differences between these boats. So the wet bar 38 has the Silvertex exterior fabric, and the Aft Cabin has the Mediterranean exterior fabric. The first and probably most important difference between this 38 and what you could do previously on really all of the Axopar models is you can now choose two different interior and exterior fabrics. So you can do the Silvertex on the exterior in one color, and then on the interior you can do the Mediterranean or the Montero. You can do one outside and one inside, which previously you picked one fabric and that was on the whole boat. So this is the standard fabric. If you don't check any box, this is what you get, which is basically the Silvertex Petrol, which has been standard for Axopar for a couple of years now. It's a great color. It's kind of a bluish gray color, or grayish blue, however you want to look at it, and very popular. A huge amount of the boats that we sell have this set up here. The other thing you see on both of these boats is this tan decking material. I'll get up close to it. It's actually a cork decking. Idea is for this to be cool underfoot, unlike some of your other faux decking products, but also to be a lot more robust than the EVA foam products that we've seen and know and love in the past. Obviously wet bar, I won't go too much into like walkthrough mode here, because you guys have seen, if you're watching this video, you've seen a lot of these. These fold down activity platforms are not standard. Those are an option, but you do have to get them on both sides, unlike these seats back here. I like them. It's going to make it easy to get on and off a, for instance, like a paddleboard. So you can see that height there off the water. I couldn't see this in Dusseldorf, obviously, but you do have a good amount of height off the water there. Sit on the platform with a paddleboard in the water and just kind of stand up and get rolling. It does make things a little bit easier there. And it's also a great boarding door, like you just saw me hop on and off. If you have some distance between you and the dock there, you can use this as a boarding entry and exit door here, which is pretty awesome. I walked up here previously. We've got the U-shape seating up here, which you've seen on the Axopar 29. This is really special. Very, very, very special to have that extra seating up on the bow and without giving up performance. So the biggest key to Axopar is the fuel efficiency, the speed, and the seakeeping ability. And the reason we didn't have much volume up here previously was because of all of those things. We were prioritizing that. Axopar found a way to keep the sharp entry of the hull there, but to widen out as we got higher up out of the water. So we're not sacrificing seakeeping ability, and we're gaining the seating space that you see on so many other boats. We didn't want to sacrifice that seakeeping ability here. So storage on all three sides. It's a bit shallower storage than you're used to on a 37 on the two sides, but then this one here forward is quite deep. It goes down quite a ways. And then we have a separate dedicated chain locker here forward, which is nice. Keep everything separate. You still have the ability to store fenders and whatever you want up here, but it is a wet locker up here, whereas these others are not. Both of these boats have the light package. So we've got a Razor Lumitech light bar. Down low, we've got two work lights forward. We've also moved the nav lights up here onto the hardtop, which is going to be phenomenal. Previously on the 37 they were forward, and you do get some reflection off of those bow rails, so it's going to be great to have those up on top. And continuing the lighting, we've got these two work lights, port and starboard here, and the control for those is currently right above the helm. You've got your bokeh switches down here, and then up top I've got light bar, floodlight bow, floodlight aft. While we're talking lighting, you'll notice these lights up ahead. Obviously we have the opening sunroof for natural light. I've got red running lights here at the helm, and then these are aircon vents, which it's very nice to have those high. We do want to blow that cold air up so it can drop down and circulate through the pilot house here. This is the Montera fabric here on the interior. It's a nice, I'll zoom in here so you can see kind of the woven fabric to it. It's got a really nice feel, like of a high-end couch that you would have in your home. Bar module over here. Nice little wine bottle storage down below. And up top with this fiddle here, use it as a cup holder, store things there. It's a nice place for binoculars. Depends on how you use your boat on what you're going to put there. Not a huge amount of options here. Obviously you can pick between the small and the big Simrads. Other than that, there's not a whole lot to it. Let's go take a look at the aft cabin boat. All right, so this has the exterior Mediterrana fabric, which is something we're used to. It's been offered for quite a while. This is a fabric that they call the Mediterrana fabric because in the Mediterranean, the charter boats all use it. And here's a look at this U-shape layout here, which I think is going to be so popular because of this setup. So you can have it both ways. You can have your seating area, remove the table and the sun pad there, and you've got maximum seating, maximum mobility around the bow. But set it up like this and you've got a humongous sun pad. And look at that, you could have quite a few people laying out here. And then forward of the windshield, you've got even more seating and lounging space. That's a pretty slick setup there. And we've got the sunshade up here, which now has 4 poles instead of 2. And we've done away with the batten in the middle of the sunshade. So that will make it so much easier to store when you're not using it. Previously you had to roll it up with the batten, and it was difficult to store because it was like 10 feet long. But now with the 4 carbon fiber poles, those are a lot easier to store because they're quite a bit shorter. In here into the cabin, we can take a look and see this also has that Montera interior. This is pretty similar interiors on these two boats. Notable change in carpet color. We've got this nice tan. It certainly has a richer, higher end feel on the 38, especially down here. You come down below and it feels like home. We've got it especially set up like this with all the pillows and whatnot. It's a great space down here and feels comfortable. And I'm standing with my head in the entry space, so I am standing full height right now. It's a really slick space here. So not a lot of choices down here. The biggest choice is getting the toilet compartment, which I think most of the United States is going to do. There's a look at it here. Show inside. Nice space. And then you have the kitchen module over here to the port side, the pantry. So in the US, you'll have the option of getting an electric induction cooktop there. This drawer fridge is an option, although I think everyone's gonna get that. And we've got some nice big drawers that come out with the soft close feature. But this is a sweet space down here. And then to use these gullwing doors, you pop this over This is held up by a magnet. So these two high-powered magnets here on either side that just pops up and down. And then I hit that to open my gull wing. And I'm right up here on the foredeck. The gull wing doors are optional, like they've always been, but been a popular feature for us in the Northeast. This driver's bench is an option as opposed to the two helm seats. And you can get the electric opening aft window, the manual opening aft window, which is what you see here, or no opening aft window, which is what we've seen on the 37s previously. So you've got two dogs on each side. Grab this in the middle and it pushes right out and up, and the gas strut sort of let it come up slowly so it's not slamming all around. This window will be open for at the dock, at the anchor only. You shouldn't run your boat with this open. One of the current most popular options in New England is the aft cabin arrangement. And this is a look here. So you've got two portholes in the back, and then now this whole aft cabin top opens so you can load gear in and out. We've got these nice little storage lockers, the lights, cool little storage there with a 110 outlet. So it'd be nice to toss whatever you're charging right in there so it doesn't bang around in your way. And then of course our lights back here. So these lights, you touch them once and that shows you where to hit, and then right there, and they are dimmable, which is pretty slick. So you'll see this boat does not have the air conditioning on it, so you don't see those vents up top. We do have the light package on this. See those red overhead lights. And again, the selections for light bar, floodlight bow, floodlight aft. Thank you for watching this video of the new Axopar 38. If you have any questions about any of the Axopar models, please feel free to reach out to me directly. Again, I'm Mike Porter with East Coast Yacht Sales in Newport, Rhode Island. Thank you.